The sunlight shimmered over the water, turning the sea into a field of glass. Everything looked perfect. The flowers, the music, the smiles, but I could feel the deceit underneath it all. My daughter walked down the aisle in lace and pearls, radiant and distant. I clapped, pretending everything was fine. Then her fiancé leaned close enough for only me to hear. 50,000, he said softly, the smile never leaving his face. Pay up for this wedding or disappear from her life. Before I could respond, my daughter joined him, her tone sugar-coated. Or, she said, you can enjoy your retirement alone somewhere, maybe in a nursing home. They have bingo nights, right, Dad? I smiled, lifted my glass, and swallowed the bitterness with the champagne. You forgot one thing, I whispered back. They both froze. They didn't know what was coming. It hadn't always been this way. She used to run across this very beach as a child, chasing waves, her laughter echoing over the water. After her mother died, she became my reason to live. I worked endless hours to make sure she had everything. School, clothes, a future. I sacrificed everything I had to give her more than I ever had. And then he appeared. The charming man with the perfect smile and smooth talk. At first, he was polite, respectful. Within months, he was managing her accounts and whispering that I was old-fashioned, controlling. Slowly, I watched my daughter pull away. The calls grew shorter. The visits stopped. Then came the papers, forged signatures, missing funds, properties transferred without my knowledge. My beachfront property, gone. Everything I built, drained by the two people I loved and trusted most. I didn't confront them. Not right away. I learned to stay silent. I played along, smiled at dinners, laughed at their jokes about senile old men. All the while, I was gathering information, bank statements, transactions, trusts. I moved my assets quietly, updated my will, and left nothing with my name for them to touch. I even hired a forensic accountant to track where every stolen dollar went. Turns out, my future son-in-law's family business was already being investigated for fraud. He was deep in it. My daughter either didn't know or didn't want, so I gave them what they asked for, a transfer of $50,000. Except it wasn't a gift. It was a trap routed through an account already flagged by federal investigators. And that's what brought us here, their perfect beach wedding, with a perfect lie hiding behind every smile. When I leaned forward and said, "You forgot one thing," I wasn't bluffing. The microphones placed around the ceremony had picked up everything they said to me, their threats, their greed, their mockery. The sound echoed across the speakers before anyone could react. Gasps rippled through the guests. The officiant froze. Cameras turned toward us. And then, just as planned, two officers appeared at the edge of the boardwalk. They had been waiting for confirmation. His company accounts had been frozen that morning. The last gift I sent had tied him directly to embezzlement and fraud. He tried to run. My daughter tried to defend him. But the moment had already swallowed them whole. I stood there, silent, as the ocean wind carried away their voices. Guests whispered, unsure whether to pity me or fear me. I finished my drink and watched the tide erase their footprints. That night, I sat alone on the empty beach, the decorations swaying in the dark. I thought of the little girl who once held my hand while building sandcastles and the woman who had just sold me for $50,000. I didn't cry. Some heartbreaks are too deep for tears. Love doesn't always die loudly. Sometimes it just slips away, quiet as a receding tide. And revenge? It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just smiles, raises a glass, and says one simple line before walking away. You forgot one thing.